Welcome to INS, the International News Service, your source for the most important weird news from across the globe. With news analyst Kevin Harrison, actor, comedian, and musician Mike Wiebe, and professional commentator Brian Camp. INS, the news you need.
Here we go. This is when mom and dad start to fight.
I'm already uncomfortable.
This is they go out drinking. Mom and dad go out drinking, and they come home and start talking about how when they go out, one of them always spends too much time talking to other people. The night was supposed to be about them, and suddenly it's about everybody else.
I'm about to break a glass just to make the stress and the attention about something else, because I really can't handle this.
Well, maybe if somebody made me feel important every once in a while, I wouldn't have to talk to everyone else.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think I weigh?
I don't know. How much do I weigh? I don't even know how much I weigh now.
You're at a carnival. This is your tryout to be a carny that isn't behind the scenes, and nobody wants to be behind the scenes carny. So this is your chance.
Okay, I'm gonna say you are 162.
163.
Wow! Yeah.
Bam! Bam!
Very good.
Very good. Very good. You've graduated the midway. Congratulations.
Yes. Yes. Carney. I know all the marks coming through.
Do they have carnivals in Europe?
Yeah.
In other places? But are they... I thought carnivals feel like a very American thing, at least our version of carnivals.
Oh, theirs are dark carnivals. It's all like vampires and werewolves.
Dark carnival, that's what Insane Clown Posse throws.
I asked a serious question.
I gave a serious answer.
Thanks, Mike.
I was responding to Kevin's answer. Well, I've never been to a carnival in Europe. That'd be pretty fun because it'd be like going to a real life Renaissance fair.
Well, like, do you think?
This is the Middle Ages in Europe.
Well, I'm wondering if, like, I'm trying to imagine a bunch of Italians like doing the ring toss or something, and I just can't see that in my head. But
they do it with a guy laying down in his erect penis. They're very horny, and then if they get the ring, everybody goes, "A pasta time!" And they all eat out of a big bowl of spaghetti.
That's what they do. I'm sure. I'm sure you're right. Maybe some of our international listeners can send us photographs of European carnivals.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
I would like to see that.
I like to think there's more nudity in their carnivals, but I can't.
There's peep shows at European carnivals.
Yeah, they're a lot more cool about sex stuff.
They are in Denmark,
in our square ass country. I went to one time we played a festival. And they had some rides. Maybe it was I think there was like some carnival rides. But one of the things they had that was real crazy was you go and it was a outside bar, and it was like a rectangle bar, and then the bartender was in the middle of the rectangle, and you go and it could seat about maybe 10 people around the whole thing, and you go sit down, and they buckle you in, and then they lift the entire bar up super high, so you're just hanging high above the earth, and it slowly turns around. But it's like there's no back. You're just kind of like, I mean, I think there's like a little back to your chair, but you're just hanging up there above everything, and then you get drunk, and it's real. But it was very scary. It was really fun.
Nice.
Those Euros, they know how to do it.
Were you buckled in?
Yeah, you're buckled in.
Okay.
You know, you could unbuckle yourself and fall out if you wanted to. It'd be a weird way to go, but I don't know.
How long were you up there? Could you have like a couple drinks, or is it just you get a drink and then you?
Yeah, it's about the length of a drink ish. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that would be a lot of fun.
It was fun. It was a lot scarier than I thought it was going to be. I'm not afraid of heights, but I have the natural human fear of heights that anyone would have. But I'm not like overly
I don't
scared.
like man-made heights. That seems to make a difference. Like I don't like to be on tall structures, but I don't mind being on a cliff.
When I was at the Grand Canyon, I was equally scared.
Pretty grand, would you say?
At best, it was great.
the Great Canyon. You just didn't drive far enough. Really disappointed.
But it is crazy. Like there's no guard. The place I was at, there's no guardrails, and not only like walking on the outside, but also like walking on the outside, you just kind of think like, oh man, wouldn't be hard for somebody to just shove you and you go tumble to your death, or vice versa. When people are walking by and they're on the outside, it'd be like, man, it'd be really easy to shove them to their death. And then I'd get rock hard.
That's right. And play the ring toss. Yeah, maybe Europeans don't think about randomly murdering people as much as we do. Maybe that's not as much of a problem over there.
They don't have any canyons.
That's true.
I don't know. They had Jack the Ripper.
A lot of people think he was from Austin. A lot of people think he moved to Austin, actually. I don't know if you know that.
That makes sense.
The Moon Tower murders are around that same time, because Jack the Ripper wasn't as far back as as you would think. It's like the Old West kind of times.
Well, it's like even late Old West. It was 1888.
Yeah.
When Sam Bass was busily hiding his ill-gotten gains in a cave somewhere near Denton, Texas.
You know how he got all those ill-gotten gains?
How's that?
Coupon fraud.
It's a callback to the last episode.
Yeah.
Is there any coupon podcasts?
No, just this one. We're the first.
Did we fuck up again and miss a much more profitable model for this? Because I can talk about coupons.
Yeah.
I loved coupons when I was a checker. There was nothing better when people showed up with giant stacks of coupons. It was a lot of fun.
I've thought about that before, of making my own coupons and just rolling in and go like, it says that I get a free Xbox. I don't know. It was in the paper.
Oh man.
It was in the local newspaper. I don't know which one. One of them.
I would love to see you try that. That would be such a funny thing to watch.
Yeah, I was be like, it was in People magazine.
Hey, just for the listener, Mike was in People magazine this month.
Oh yeah, I have some People online, so it's even more prestigious. In a slideshow.
Well, does it feel good to be,
Man, it feels great. All day I've been walking around, people have been running up. Like, I seen you in People magazine online concert recap in a slideshow.
So why were you in People again?
Because I'm dating Khloe Kardashian.
All right, are we going to do the news? Is this the point to this?
Yeah, let's get this started. Welcome to the International News Service. We're your hosts. I'm Kevin Harrison, along with...
I am Brian Camp.
I'm Mike Wiebe, and down in the bowels of the audio jungle, fighting a decibel tiger and a mid-frequency snake, it's Mark Ryan.
Hey guys, you guys doing all right tonight? Having a good night?
Hey, did Mark just inquire as to our state of mind? Has that ever happened?
Oh.
Man,
that feels good.
Feels good to be cared about.
It's better now. Yeah, I was having a bad night, but now wait off.
Man, I slept 12 hours last night.
Oh my God, you slept like a teenager.
I don't know that I slept that much when I was a teenager. Do you sleep more when you're a teenager?
I slept all the time when I was a teenager. I can't sleep now.
I did cut myself, but do I sleep that much?
You found a way to occupy your time. Why'd you sleep for 12 hours, Mike? That's a long time.
I don't know. I was just fucking exhausted, I guess. And I don't know. I just like overly exhausted for, I don't know why, but I got scared. I was really like, do I have COVID?
Do you think maybe it was a post People letdown? Like it was the high of being a People online and then.
Yeah, it was, but I never thought of that. There's dizzying highs and death-defying lows. when you're the subject of America's #1 in-cap grabber.
Yeah.
One page, it's me. The next page, it's Blake Shelton.
Maybe it was all the oxygen in Vegas.
Yeah, that or the drugs.
Yeah, that'll wear you out, man.
Yeah.
You did have a lot of weird travel that you probably aren't very used to.
Yeah, it is. It is weird to be doing anything again recently. I'm definitely more used to not doing things.
Oh yeah, I ran into your bandmate, and I hear, "Hey, Kevin,
you rolling over to Piggly Wiggly? Just take care of some stuff."
The local Jack Shack.
To stop at the Jack Shack and got an iced tea, and I hear behind me, "Hey, Kevin," and I look and it's John Hodge, and I'm like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" And he's like, "Just got back from Vegas," and I said, "Oh, did you go to Punk Rock Bowling?" And he goes, "Yeah, I played." I said, "What band are you in?" And he goes, "I'm in the Draculas." And I had forgotten he was in the Draculas.
Yeah, we did a 2-drummer deal.
Nice.
We were the first band to ever do it, actually. No one ever done it before, and especially not in the DFW area. And we invented it, and to great success. Actually, for real though, we definitely were like used Mind Spiders as a reference for how it could be done. For the listeners, that's one of Mark Ryan's.
It's also a huge pain in the ass.
A lot of drums.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be an every show thing. It's going to be kind of a specialty shows.
Was it fun to see the disappointed look in the sound man's eyes?
Yeah,
like when you started sitting.
That's always a good time.
Like those fucking pricks. Just.
But to be honest, most sound men always have a disappointed look in their eye. Either disappointment or anger.
Were the drummers playing the exact same thing?
No, they're just making it up as they went along.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
So, our first story...
Talk about the news, please.
Let's just
get to the news. Can we get to the news, Kevin? Can we get to the news, please?
Are you ready? You sure you're ready, Brian? Our first story...
I just want to make sure that we get to the news quickly.
Move along.
This is starting to become upsetting to me.
Our first story comes to us from the BBC.
That Boys Club.
That Boys Club.
In late September, a 50-year-old Turkish man had been drinking with friends when he wandered into a nearby forest. After some period of time, and I couldn't nail down exactly how long it was, I looked at for a couple places, but I think it was a couple hours, he didn't return, so police set up a search party to find him. It's unclear exactly what happened next, but eventually the man stumbled across the search party and decided to join them. After a few hours of searching, the man realized the search party had been calling his name and that they were looking for him. He then declared, quote, "I am here."
That is so fun. That is so fun.
I like this whole thing. All of this is pretty great.
This is delightful.
I will tell you, I have a date with a Turkish lady tomorrow. And I sent her this story, and she said, "This is the most Turkish thing that has ever happened."
Are you going to get some Turkish delights?
No.
We'll see what happens.
Not when she listens to this.
Exactly.
That's
she has
right.
listened to the podcast. So.
Oh, no.
She listens to the podcast and still wants to go on a date with me, so I don't know what's wrong with her.
It sounds like she's probably drunk.
It's funny that you say that, but I have a text from her right now saying that she's drunk.
Leave that in, Mark.
Where I am here. Oh, so he told police on the scene, quote, "Don't punish me too harshly, officer. My father will kill me."
He was 50. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Police then gave the man a ride home, and it's unclear whether he was fined.
Was his dad mad, though?
There was no follow-up.
Wow, that is great. Where did that happen again?
Turkey.
Man, I want to move to Turkey now.
I don't think things are so great in Turkey.
I'll go over there and I'll go sell heroin. What would be the big deal?
I think there's at least one movie. At least one movie about that.
Oh, Midnight Express?
Yeah. I think that's not a good...
Wait, that's that movie with Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin and they're going on a run? That's what Midnight Express is about.
Midnight Run.
No. No.
Are you thinking about one of the Beethoven movies?
No,
Mike?
it's Midnight Express, and they go on a run. They're on the run. That's what the movie's about.
It's a real joy. That's
I
great.
wish I could do that. Get lost, join my own search party.
Well, it's just a nice story. Like there's nothing bad happened.
It's just there's rarely something from a screwball comedy that actually happens in real life.
Right.
You know?
And just the phrase "I am here" is perfect. Like,
Yeah.
it's the perfect thing to say as you realize everyone is calling your name.
I like the idea that he's out there. Like if I was searching for myself, going Kevin, and then I'm like, what?
But like what? Like what else? Does he sit down next to a dead body and talk to it for a little bit before realizing it's a dead body, and then go? Because he's too scared. He can't get anyone's attention. Or like he's quietly trying to back up and somebody else is trying to quietly back up and they back up into each other and then scream. It's just the best.
So this next story was emailed to us by Blake. And Blake also sent us a picture of a vinegaroon that he photographed in Florida.
Oh.
They got him in Florida?
Pretty fucking cool.
Was it a stone vinegaroon or they naturally occur in Florida?
They naturally occur in Florida.
So he knows about the stink in Florida then.
The vinegar stink.
Nah, that's seeping.
Oh,
the seeping old malt liquor smell.
Basement stench.
You know what? I don't think they have basements in Florida.
I bet they do.
The weird weirdos. Some of the weirdos have them.
Yeah.
That's where all the serial killers. Where else are serial killers going to bury their, going to fuck their dead bodies?
True.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you want to save it for a while.
Yeah.
You don't just want to put it in the swamp. It won't last.
Well, you want to fuck it later.
This next story, as dark as this is...
one thing you could do with a dead body. That's
as dark as this next story may be darker. So if it's too dark for you, feel free to blame Blake. It comes to us from Vice.
Should we warn everyone with a frail disposition to turn down their radio set?
I want you to cover your children's ears.
Children and religious types, turn down your radios. And I don't know how you're getting this on the radio, but 98.9, the eagle that rocks. Back with INS.
That's right. I feel like we're about to instruct somebody to cut off their dick.
Yeah, call back.
Oh.
Yeah, so this comes from Vice. In early September, a woman in the southern Chinese province of Guangdong placed a 1-month-old...
I didn't laugh at that.
Laughing at
Y'all did.
Guangdong, I swear to God.
Not a big deal.
Placed a 1-month-old...
Guangdong is a huge market for Jack Wharton films, so...
Placed a 1-month-old stray kitten up for adoption. It was adopted by a man who claimed to have experience taking care of kittens. However, after the man took possession of the kitten, he messaged the woman, threatening to kill the kitten unless she sent him nude photos. The woman refused, so the man demanded 300 Chinese yuan, which, yes, Brian, I looked up the pronunciation.
Oh,
Chinese
yuan.
currency, and it's yuan, which is about $47. And
that's right.
He wanted the two adult...
Seems like he would have just gone for $50. A round number.
Yeah.
And he also wanted the 2 adult cats the woman was keeping.
Wait, he wanted more cats?
Yeah, he wanted more. I think he was going to blackmail her with... He's going to be like, give me the money and your cats. And then he'd be like, now that I have your cats, give me more money.
He's not good at this.
The woman reported the case to the police and shared her experience in an animal rescue chat group where several men said they were victimized by the same man. It's unclear if the men were blackmailed for nudes, but one said he received videos showing his cat being tortured after he refused to pay $155.
Now, how many yuan is that?
Probably around 1,000.
It seems like a 155. Just go up to 160 or leave it at 150. You're just having him break another.
It's a weird number. You're right, Mike.
That's a weird number. I don't.
It's hard to get a 5.
This guy. Everything you're saying about this guy, right on down to the dollar amounts, makes me think this guy's a real weirdo.
And already this feels a little less fun than a Turk getting lost and then finding himself.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. But we gotta cover the hard hitting stuff too.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Fortunately, 2 days later, police arrested the man for suspicion of extortion. It seems that China does not have a national law on animal cruelty, and the country seems to rely on public shaming, where many abusers have been dismissed by schools and employers.
Huh. Well, so what happened to this guy?
I think the case is still pending, but he's under arrest.
Well, he's under arrest, so that's something.
Weird that a country that practices ethnic cleansing and slave labor wouldn't have laws about animal cruelty. It's strange that they wouldn't.
I don't know that any of those things have been proven.
I think they've been well documented. I think it is well known that those things are happening in China. And your obsession with whitewashing away China's crimes.
If crimes are bad, but there's a lot of people, there's way too many people to be committing crimes. There's just some people that just love a good action-packed movie. They love to eat popcorn at the cinema.
They need a break from their troubles after.
They need a break. They need a break from. Oh, let's just even say that maybe somewhere, sometimes something bad does happen. Don't you think those people deserve something to get their mind off of that kind of stuff?
After a 16-hour shift in the sneaker factory, they need a.
Yeah.
They need an hour and 45-minute break watching one of the Jack Warden films.
They need a funny comedy about a Turkish man who gets lost and joins his own search party. Whose brakes go out while he's going down a steep hill, and the only thing to slow himself down is a bunch of guys they're walking across the street with big panes of glass.
Does he try to wave them off with his
he's
really big motions of his arms for a while?
I mean, that's the kind of thing that you hear and you're like, that makes life a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the real crime is me wanting to make the world laugh and knowing it's not entirely possible because there's not enough cinemas and there's not enough theaters.
I'm glad you've identified the real victim. It's good.
It's me that hurts because I can't give joy to every single person.
How does Jack Wharton feel about cruelty to animals?
Oh, he doesn't like it. He would go punch that guy. You know what? I'm going to say right now, this guy, he's not allowed to see any of my movies.
That's some real justice.
I will be happy to go send a picture of this guy to all the Guangdong cinemas with a picture and said not allowed to any Mike Wiebe joints, which is my production company.
It's a bold stand you're taking.
Wow.
That's
whatever. I don't care about the profits. I care about the people.
That seems inconsistent with everything else you've said up to this point.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, you can say it doesn't, but I think the record speaks for itself.
Yeah, but if I say it doesn't, then people might know that it's not.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
I will not agree to that.
No, okay. Well,
I agree to agree, and you agree with me.
No.
Agree to agree.
Do I also accept what is it? You accept that I accept your apology? Is that happening right now?
I accept that you accept my apology. Yes.
So our next story comes to us from NPR.
NPR, what does that stand for?
Now people realize.
That's a fun name for a news source.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of announcing that because of your existence, we should have used that for our name. We really fucked up.
Last month, Oreo launched a new promotion where a limited supply of Oreo cookies would be emblazoned with one of 16 Pokemon.
Oh, cool.
These packs of Pokemon Oreos are sold in stores for less than $4, but they've already sprung up on eBay for $20 or more, and one even sold for $1,200.
New flip tip right here. Get yourself them Oreo Pokemon. Get yourself a sleeve of those. Buy them from the store for $4. Flip them for $20 or more on eBay. That's another flip tip.
And it doesn't end there. Each pack of Pokemon Oreos includes a random selection of characters like Pikachu and Charmander, but some also include an extremely rare Pokemon Oreo of a character named Mew.
Oh yeah, Mew's one of the best ones.
Is that your favorite?
No, but he's one of the best ones.
Who is your favorite?
Chickabong Dong. He's like a sort of bird.
Worst. It's the worst Pokemon name I've ever heard.
Ah,
Chickamondong?
Yeah, Chickamondon. Kind of a bird.
What are his powers?
He can shoot lasers from his eyes and his breasts.
Chickamondong, yep.
Chickamondon.
The well-established, well-known Pokemon.
Chickamondon, I choose you.
Mew Oreos are selling on eBay for prices ranging from $50 to $100,000. Some listings promise mint condition cookies. One claims the cookie was only handled with tongs. And I even found a listing for a supposed Mew variant cookie. However, some Pokemon fans are reportedly holding their ground and refusing to buy these Oreos because employees of Nabisco went on strike in August and asked the public to boycott Nabisco products.
Yeah, strike.
Fortunately, that strike settled in late September, so if you're looking to catch them all, you'd better start before they sell out.
That's flip tip number 2. Buy low, Oreo. Sell high, Pikachu.
So I have a question about
Okay.
products like this.
Yes.
Collectibles, and Mike, you might be able to answer this because of your recent foray into flipping. I know you've made a lot of money. You have a lot of flip knowledge, some tips.
Flipnology, we call it.
Oh, flipnology. What? Oh, I'm not. You know what? I'm sorry, but I have to say what just happened.
What?
We were just flipped off by Dana
What?
on Mark's screen.
Who's Dana?
Dana is Mark's wife. I'm uncomfortable right now.
She wants to watch TV with me.
Well, you know what?
Guess what?
Tell her
People
you're
are wordy
working.
now.
People in hell want ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all in hell right now. We ain't eating
Right.
ice cream.
People in China want reasonable living conditions.
And movies to watch.
That's not on the list. It's not one of the things they
I think
want.
it is on the list.
I don't think it is. So my flip question is when I hear these stories about things selling for a lot of money on eBay, isn't it, how much of that is a fraud to gin up interest in the product they're trying to sell? In other words, yes, an Pokemon Oreo might have sold for $1,200,
Mhm.
but isn't it possible that somebody sold that to themselves or a friend just to create the illusion, to create this perceived value that doesn't really exist, so they can then cash in on all the other Oreo Pokemon that they have stowed away?
I mean, I look there are, hundreds of completed auctions with this now. I don't think one guy is sitting
Well, right.
there selling
What's
things
the most you saw sell for?
I think I saw one for like $12,000 that was
God
supposedly in mint
damn.
condition. Yeah. And I think most of them were like around like $500 or so.
But why?
Enough that I kind of was like, I want to see if maybe I just go to Target tonight. And I didn't, but it did go through my head when I read the story.
Yeah, I don't need a bunch of Oreos sitting around my house.
They're vegan.
It doesn't matter. They're still not good for you.
Yeah. A lot of vegan desserts aren't very healthy, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's a common theme in
I mean,
vegan
most
food.
desserts, period, really. But
What about Turkish Delight?
Yeah, what about Baked Alaska?
baked Alaska is not good for you. Turkish Delight is practiced safely, and it can be very good for you. Kevin.
Why do you keep looking at me like that?
Kevin.
That's
Getting real uncomfortable, guys.
Tell you
Good
what,
and
flip
good and
tip
creepy.
number 7.
ah.
Make the demand scarce and make the supply ungettable, and you've got a high margin, top profit, squeeze the dividend.
Squeeze the dividend. I feel like
Squeeze the dividend.
maybe we need to rethink our merchandising scheme then and really embrace
exactly.
scarcity.
There's only one shirt.
Just
There's
one.
only one shirt at Redbubble, and it is $12,000. So if you get it, you can probably sell it for even more. But
I'm sorry for the listener. It appears as though Mark is ridding his home of spirits. I believe he just lit a sage bundle.
what are you doing, Mark? Is there a specter in your house?
Yeah, I'm ridding Dana from the back room.
Hey.
That's pretty funny.
To getting back to what I rudely interrupted, Mike, I apologize. You were referencing the single shirt that we have, right?
Yeah, there's one shirt. It's also, the shirt it's real, but it's also an NFT. So think about that. How much more that is worth, don't you think?
I think blockchain technology is involved in.
Yep, it's called
NFT.
Exactly. It's polyester blend blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? Well, the getting's good. Get one. Be the only other person who has one is named Grimes.
It's a terrible name, but people like it.
And she wore it when she was recording her album that was comprised entirely of mouth sounds run through a vocoder. I'd like to do one of the songs.
My name is Grimes.
That's the hit single.
It's a hit, boys.
Mm-hmm. Mark's going to be able to do some real magic with that, I think.
Yeah, you can remix it, maybe.
Yeah.
So our last story comes to us from The Guardian.
Oh, The Guardian. What are they guarding again?
The galaxy.
Freedom.
Guardians of freedom.
The British Islands.
A man in Lithuania was admitted to a hospital in the Baltic city of Klaipėda with severe abdominal pain.
That'll send you to the hospital.
That was a mouthful. That's too much.
An X-ray of the man's stomach revealed a mass of metal objects that appeared to be mostly screws and nails, with some measuring as long as 4 inches.
It sounds like he went to eat at Taco Bell. What?
Ouch. After a 3-hour operation, doctors were able to remove all the metal, which weighed over 2.25 pounds. For the rest of the world, that's about 1 kilogram.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
Were they also able to remove the ball of hair?
No, that was like 3 months ago, Brian.
That's right.
I don't remember that one.
Way to make
that's
a callback.
That's a big callback.
That is. That poor girl was
Ruptured her
ignored
stomach, yeah.
for years as she consumed her own hair, and no one noticed. No one paid her any mind. And
But we cared.
Kevin made fun of her.
No, we cared on the.
That's what I want people to remember, is you thought it was hilarious that happened to her. See, you're still laughing. You can't stop laughing about it.
Is it only girls that you want to get hurt?
No, I'm reading about this guy right now.
Oh, but you feel bad for him.
She only had hair in her stomach. He had metal in his stomach.
Metal up your ass, Metallica.
That's probably how it got there.
Yeah, he's probably sitting on a toilet bowl and a fistful of metal went up it. Fistful of rock music went up his butt. And deposited the metal in his stomach.
The man was in stable condition after
Whiplash!
The man was in stable condition after the surgery, and he told doctors he began swallowing metal objects over the last month after he had stopped drinking.
I get that. You got to replace a vice with another vice. You got to do something to feel good, you know?
Yeah.
Man can't live on bread alone.
Sometimes you need a
V8.
A V8.
Screws and nails.
6-penny nail.
He wanted to go get screwed up. That's what I call a screwdriver. He replaced the screwdriver with a screw.
Let's keep them coming. This is really good stuff. This is strong material that we're closing out with.
I know.
This is
bringing the A game.
So I guess I don't understand.
Yeah.
That was an explanation for
That's not a good explanation.
No, I don't think it was. But that he said, he stopped drinking, so he started eating metal.
I mean, sure, he just wasn't marking the time by saying, "Yeah, it was about when I stopped drinking," but they're completely unrelated.
Well, it seems like that would be weird that he would
maybe we're making a jump in logic right now. That we shouldn't be.
No,
Yeah, I think so. I think a more logical jump in logic would be that he was like, well, I just, I was eating hair before, but then I stopped. I got used to it and I couldn't come anymore.
That's right.
I had to up it.
I suppose that the DJs on 98.9 could have told him that he needed to eat that metal to save the world. That's possible, right?
You're going to need to eat a whole bunch of aluminum siding to save the world. Then we're going to have a little Def Leppard to follow it up. Drummer only had one arm. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, how's he doing? Is he okay?
Yeah, it says he's in stable condition.
Well, what if he developed a taste for it, like pica, like people that eat dirt when they have pica?
Oh, yeah.
Or like
pigs
cannibals.
get pica. Pigs get pica? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's where it comes from. It's pigs when we do it.
I bet he was craving iron. You think?
And this is the episode we win the Nobel Prize for Science.
Well,
Yeah.
we've established that we don't think very much of scientists, right?
Yeah, they're full of shit most of the time.
Yeah.
They're just trying to slack off from work.
Yeah. Just the laziest people in the world get into science.
The biggest slackers are scientists.
Yep.
Their whole mission is to figure out how they can do the least amount of work possible.
They want to catch birds or bury people in a cave.
Sometimes they just want to play with dogs.
Play with dogs.
With dogs, yeah, that's a phony job.
What if you're a dog walker?
That's fake job too.
Yeah.
Dogs don't need to walk.
Yeah, they can walk on their own. I've seen it.
Yeah. Plenty of times.
Yeah.
Open the door and go.
Mm-hmm.
Come back when you're hungry.
That's right. When the street lights come on, you have to come home.
Yeah, that's what my parents did to me.
Do you remember?
I'm not a dog.
Time? No, you're not. You made it.
I made it. I'm just fine.
Mm-hmm.
You never will be with that attitude.
That's right.
I'm just fine.
We weren't coddled like kids today.
Not in our day. Not in our days. We weren't coddled. When me and my 6 brothers and sisters, she would throw one piece of raw meat, a steak, on the floor and go, fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't the oldest, but I tell you what, I still got a little piece of that steak, that raw steak.
That's probably why you admire raccoons so much.
It's yeah. I mean, and there were days that I would have had to eaten screws and nails. Maybe this guy was just came from a big family.
Yeah, I think that was like a yearly theme on the Waltons.
Oh yeah. That's when America was really good.
John Boy crammed the nails and screws in his mouth.
Yeah.
Christmas dinner. Yeah.
That mole on his face was a scar from an infection that went wrong when one of his brothers ripped at his face in fighting over a piece of wheat.
one piece of wheat.
One piece of wheat.
One piece of wheat separated life and death for those Walton boys.
Yeah, and that's why you never saw that other brother in the show.
Was Dick Van Patten on the Waltons?
No, he was on 8 is Enough.
8 is enough to fill our lives with love.
This is how you get discovered, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping so. That's how Mariah Carey got discovered, was just randomly singing TV theme songs on a podcast by Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones.
He said, baby, you got the goods. Next thing you knew.
Sing these Christmas songs.
Sing these Christmas songs. Sell this whiskey.
So,
last week, right, Mike?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember.
A long time ago.
Long time ago. Lots happened since then.
Did we do good?
Good job, guys. You're all doing such a good job. I'm very proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. You fucking suck.
That's negative reinforcement. That doesn't feel as good.
Yeah, I like positive
Maybe
reinforcement.
if you made
better.
more effort, I could try to love you.
Now I want to lash out.
Yeah, I want to go vandalize something.
Go break something. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go break something glass. I want to shatter.
Yeah. Do you want to be fucking cool? Let's get some stickers and put them on things.
Yeah.
Some stickers for, I don't know. Do we have any stickers?
I got some.
I got some right here.
Yeah.
I hear everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
How could you get a sticker, an INS sticker though?
Oh, it's easy to do. If you go,
Is there a way?
if you live anywhere in the world and you give $1 to
What
our-
about Kansas?
including Kansas, and you give $1 to our Patreon, we will send you a sticker. Even though we're sending one, Mike just sent one to Canada, and
It
postage
costs more to send than it did for you to Patreon.
exactly.
We are that committed.
But we're that committed.
And I draw on the back of every envelope
Oh, nice.
a different cryptid.
Really?
Yeah,
There's just
a UFO, a
stick figures
Bigfoot, a mummy, something else. I
mummy a
I
cryptid?
spent all day drawing yesterday.
Well, now I want people who get those stickers to take a picture and send it back so I can see them.
Okay.
I want to see.
We do. We do on our Patreon for the subscribers. One of our listeners in Ireland did vandalize a pole with an INS sticker.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking cool.
Finnegan.
Do we have permission?
Probably not, but there's more than one Finnegan in Ireland.
No, there's just one. There's just the one. I've never heard that name in every single movie featuring an Irish character in my entire life. I've never, what about? I mean, we asked about Kansas. I just wanted to see if we could check off some other locales to make sure that
Yeah.
we could in fact ship there.
We
What
can ship
about-
to Kansas?
Okay.
What about Antarctica?
Ah,
If there's a researcher out there filling his or her time in Antarctica.
What is the station from the thing? McMurdo Station?
I don't remember.
98.9.
I don't think we ship there.
Yeah, it's 98.9. The eagle that rocks.
What about Peru? Could we send a sticker to Peru?
If you're a Peruvian listener and you spend $1 on a Patreon, we will send you a sticker anywhere in the Andes. It doesn't matter.
What if somebody lived in the Guangdong province of China?
Yep, we're doing it. In
Oh,
fact-
okay. So yeah, some people are. So it's okay. It's okay when your endeavors make money off China, but when I reach out to the people over there, it's no good.
Mike will
Okay.
deliver
I
it
don't
personally
think-
on his next trip.
Okay.
I don't think sending a what is the equivalent of a care package is the same as exploiting an entire population.
Oh, yeah.
A sticker is a care package.
I don't need
Your-
stickers a care package.
Of course, it's a care package with a hand drawn cryptid on the back. That is a connection to the free world. to
They're
those
paying
people,
money.
Mike.
They're paying money for it.
Right. There's value in that. They get something that represents freedom.
There's a
to
hell of a
them.
lot of value in that. Just like there's a hell of a lot of value in a movie about a guy who has to fight a sentient hippopotamus.
I didn't know that happened in one of the
Yes.
the Jack Wharton films. I didn't know that a hippopotamus gains sentience. That they kill more people than any other animal. You
better
mammal.
believe me and the producers knew that when we were writing the script.
What about humans? I'm pretty sure humans kill more
No,
No,
people
it's a lot
than
of accidental deaths, but I
not
don't
with their
think
mouths. They don't.
touche.
Touche. We don't trample people as often either.
I mean, a lot of people are killed by human mouths when people lie. You ever think about that?
Mm.
Oh,
I
that's
can
deep.
see you've been working on your poetry journal. That's good stuff.
Every morning,
Every morning, just some
about
poetry.
3 or 4 hours.
What about Denmark? Could we send a sticker to Denmark?
We would
Ooh, yeah.
love to send a sticker to Denmark.
That's interesting. France, I feel like
Yeah.
France would be a place that we might want to send. Do you think we'd send anything to France?
I will tell you this. I've known some French people in my life. They all love sticking things on other things.
Yeah.
It's just a French tradition.
You know what? I like the French. I don't like the anti-France
I don't either.
American
I like
thing. I don't
French
get that.
stuff.
They're pretty cool.
They're
They
pretty
helped us out a lot historically. And they've embraced nuclear power, which I think is a great thing too. What? How can you have any concerns about the environment?
Oh wait, are you
at all
talking about
and being
nuclear power?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike.
Okay,
Nuclear power.
yeah, totally. No,
Nuclear.
yeah, it's a real good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Read up on VC Summer 1, VC Summer 2.
Wait,
and then
VC
get back to me.
Andrews?
Yeah, that's right.
Who wrote Flowers in the Attic?
The greatest novels of the 1980s.
The sexy
and the
book.
best Aerosmith record.
Oh, true.
Pump.
That's the one that Viticon covers the entirety of. That's
Yeah. Got it. You look like a lady.
I can hear Mark singing that now. You know, I also don't think we should abandon nuclear power just because of mishaps in the past. Technology does advance. So
What, like last year?
the fact, come
A
on.
20-year project where billions of dollars are lost?
I love giant octopuses that attack cities.
None of that's true.
I love it when a giant gorilla knocks over a building that I care about.
Okay.
Right.
I'm sort of supporting Mike now.
Lost because people abandoned the project? Lost because it was poorly designed, or lost because nuclear power is not a feasible way to provide power to billions and billions of people with little or no waste? That's actually very simple to take
options
care
that
of.
we don't need to talk about on the air.
Oh no, we're going to talk about this.
But so thanks for listening to the International News Service. Check us out on check out our merch store on Redbubble. Check us out on Patreon. Feel free to email us at internationalnewspod@gmail.com. And do us a favor, rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast, and tell at least 17 people about us, at least 4 of which you punch in the face.
Yeah.
And take a picture of that.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe don't. Who cares?
Yeah, you don't want to get caught doing that.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. What if you could punch a corpse? If you're in Florida and you have a corpse in your basement, you could totally punch that.
INS, punch a corpse for us.
Before or after coitus?
Post-coital corpse punching? Is that the...
Corpse coitus.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the International News Service. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. INS, the news you need.